Hello and welcome to GeneLab Chats. Today we'll be interviewing Dr. Relógio from the MSH-Medical School Hamburg. Dr. Relógio, Dr. Malhan, and other colleagues used several GeneLab datasets to conduct an analysis of the role of the circadian clock on genes associated with skeletal muscles and found that spaceflight and aging both exhibit similar changes in muscle gene expression. In this interview, Dr. Relógio describes this research and how the GeneLab data systems contributed to this work. We're thrilled to have you today. Could you please let our audience know the most important findings of your study?
Well, yes, thank you very much, Jennifer. So first, thanks a lot for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here and tell you a little bit more about our study. So this was indeed a pioneering analysis on the impact of alterations in the biological clock due to space flight on muscle atrophy, which is reported among astronauts. And I would say that we mainly have three main findings. So the first was that we really could characterize due to the data that we use, that there are alterations of clock and muscle associated pathways, which are partially mimicked by microgravity, simulating environments like bed rest, and which we could see are different in hypergravity conditions. The second very important finding was that we saw that these alterations which we find there, they change depending on the duration of the spaceflight, and they resemble alterations which we see during the aging process on Earth. And finally, and quite relevant, is that we could also show that these alterations can be changed. So there are measurements we can use to counteract those, for example, using sports or using differences in meal times. We saw that indeed specific genes can be changed back, or their expression, and this might be quite relevant to enhance circadian rhythms while in spaceflight missions.
Thanks, and I wish you well on any future research related to this. I'm really happy to hear about some of the countermeasures that you propose. My second question is, how did the GeneLab data systems help assist you in your work so you could achieve those goals?
Well, that was crucial. I would say that without the GeneLab repository, we could not have done this. So it has been extremely helpful for us to investigate how circadian rhythms might be impact during space travel. So the repository serves as a bridge between the world of space exploration and the scientific community. And its commitment to open access and to different omics data sets and associated with mammalian studies mainly, it really helped us to gain this knowledge of the molecular alterations underlying circadian rhythms in skeletal muscle. And because we could use these mammalian data sets, we were able indeed to show that then long-term impact of space travel on the circadian clock or your biological clock is happening. And we could identify specific molecular changes underlying these alterations, and I hope highlight how relevant it is to take into account circadian rhythms, biological clock during spaceflight in astronauts.
Thank you for that, and thank you especially for pointing out the open science nature of that. We appreciate the time you spent to share this and with our viewers.
Sure.
And to our audience out there, you can learn more about this work, how to join the analysis working groups, and access all the data sets analyzed in this work with the links provided in the description section below. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.